I've gotta say what I've gotta say, and then I swear I'll go away, but I can't promise you will like the noise. Back to Knights of the Old Republic on Tatooine looking for a Bith. Is he going to be a little bitch? Possibly. What does he want from us? We've got things to do. Where do we look for him? Let's see, let's check in our thing. Start Forge, complete a quest. It should be an active quest still. Is it one of the last ones? Hidden Hunters? Sword, well... Alright, I'll find it and I'll get back to you. Well, it doesn't appear in the quest log. It appears in our message dialogue history, a log. It's Tatooine seek out a Bith named Pondakhtiba in Anchoret Cantina. And I think it's the one over there again, near where we fought Diamond Drexel. So that's one thing. Wow, he really wants you to notice him. Sorry, senpai, we're not playing your games. You wanna talk, you can talk. You wanted to not talk, you're not gonna talk then. Anchor super registration, that will be then the next thing, I guess. I think, maybe it was the closed door back where we came from. That would be disappointing if I had to came back. Anyway, talking about things, so last time we were talking about D&D, I was at least, and I was talking about game mastering. We talked about how it's important to challenge your players, how it's important to use the monsters competently and know the rules of the engagements. So I think it is here after all, is it? No? Where's the cantina? Because there's Cherka and the hunting lodge. One or the other. It's probably marked on the map, probably. Oh, it's all the way over there. Alright, well, I backtracked for nothing. Anyway. Using the monsters competently, and that it's better to use weaker monsters but to their full potential rather than to chuck up a massive, important, big and scary monster just to fail at using it. And the last thing that I want to say is that I sort of understand and kinda can give a little bit of vote of confidence or some such, by saying I think I understand that the game master would like to or has to balance the fun of playing the game with the challenge. I think it's this one. Yeah, Pondakhtiba, with the challenge of it. So if you make the game challenging, the battle challenging, like for instance if you throw a dragon at the players, and especially if it has a lot of room to work with, like its lair is very large, or it will surprise the players in the middle of a fucking field or a forest, it can fly away, far away, and if you don't have a dedicated ranger who doesn't have disadvantage or maximum range for his bow, no one will be able to hit it with magic, not even wizards, because their furthest spells go to 120 feet, and that's one thing. Second, all the dragon has to do is fly down, spew fire, and then leave, fly up, and it will kill the party, and it will be challenging to try to deal with that, but it will also be boring because most of the time the dragon will be out of reach and out of range and no one will be doing anything. You could be, I guess, planning at those moments and more like defending yourself from its cones of breaths or lines of breaths and breath attacks, to at least divide the party in a sense of spread them around so they don't all catch the area of effect. That's at least smart, but in the meantime you're gonna have to find yourself a way to fly all the way up to the dragon to deal some damage. Right. So yeah, it can be boring and frustrating and not fun to play for the players, but you will do the challenging fight quite easily and shit like that. So maybe limit it to, well, limited, you know. When I, as a player, want to fight a dragon, it's not about the challenge, really, it's about its hoard. We need to get money from somewhere, and we've got spendings to do. So we want to get to the dragon's lair. And dragon's lair just might so happen to have a ceiling. After all, it might be a large cave instead of just, like, barren, bare platform it's lying on. Because, you know, wind could sweep his gold away, or at least some of it, and he'll be upset. I'd be upset. So He'll probably have something more like protected, you know, like a dwelling rather than just a platform to lie on. Right. So if there's a ceiling, it can't fly that far away, and you can catch up to him faster. So from there, you've got some maneuvers, and that might be less frustrating and more proactive from your on your part, on your party, rather than being reactive to just try not to get hit by the cone roll, saving roll throw, or I don't know, run away, I guess, and come back with a dedicated archer and buff him with everything you've got. So that's pretty much all the D&D or role-playing games played at the table thoughts that I've had for the past episodes. Let's keep going with the DLC here. It's not a DLC, I shouldn't have said that. It's just a mod. Mods are downloadable, but they're not paid content, and the downloadable content is a marketing phrase. Why have you disturbed me, human? You wish to sell me something? Yeah, sort of. I'd like to sell you my service? Because, again, this is pretty weird. At the beginning, when you stumble in, well, the mod tells you how to start it, right? So you don't wander aimlessly, just so happen to start it off, like with Dark Souls and its DLC, Artorias of the Abyss, where you have to just wander back to the place you've already been. Oh no, it's worse. You have to go to the place you've already been, and there will be a new NPC that you have to kill. It will drop a pendant, and then you have to backtrack to another location and go from there. And nowhere does it say how to do it and how to activate or approach these places. So that's one thing. But if you had a lot of break, if you had a long time between sessions of the game here, and wanted to get back to it, and you're looking at your quest log because you started the quest, it should have stayed as a quest. It should have stayed as an active quest to let you know that you've got a quest. Instead, if you don't think about going into the message logs, you won't know where to look for the guy. You might just forget, and you will be really running around until you get it. So, and also you talk to the guy. You don't know who you're looking for. You talk to the guy. He tells you something, and you're just. I'll be going now, as usual. Decline the quest. Are you Pondachtiba? I'm searching for a bith named Pondachtiba. Do you know where I could find him? Yeah. Again, also in game. There is no name tag over characters, so looking for a bith named Pondachtiba. I think there's one more bith in the cantina. We might be asking around, but if we ask the wrong bith, there isn't a dialogue line showing up with him. Or is there any dialogue line with anyone asking about Pondachtiba? I'll be going now. Please, how do you know my name? Please, return where you are willing to help us. Oh, this is awful. Yeah, see, I didn't introduce myself, and you were just complaining that I'm trying to sell you something. You found me a nuisance, and now you're begging me to help me after all, and by name as well. So here, there it is. Activating this bit does nothing, Java server. Jawas will dig the sand for you one day. I get it. He plays Pazak. This is Ganondorf.
Gandalf do for you?
Gandalf.
It's been a while since I've had anyone bother talking to me. Usually it's some kid wondering what my old racing days were like. But I was back on Taris. Seems like a long time ago.
Compared to when we started when I started the playthrough, it has been a long time ago. I don't care about your faded glory. I'm not here for the story time. I just have some questions. Don't bother getting friendly. I wanted to ask a few questions if you have the time. Yeah, can we ask about the bith? I'm looking for a bith named Pondachtiba. Have you seen that?
I'm not sure what I have that you would be interested in. I'm just an old swoop jock that doesn't have the head for it anymore.
Yeah, funny. So, Pondachtiba though, do you know which one is that? I want to ask you about you and racing. Well, no, we don't want to ask him about racing. Goodbye.
Keep safe. Yep. Seems like tough times are coming.
He's just a faded glory of a sportsman. That's a character. Not bad, but I don't really know why would I want to talk to him in the first place. Anyway, I mean, you know, I believe opportunity to roleplay, but he wouldn't be tucked away if you don't, if the developers didn't want you to talk to him. So yeah, he doesn't know. And we're not gonna just wander around asking everyone about the base, because the point is they don't know, and you don't know, and they don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows who is who. The mod doesn't change that. So, Pondachtiba again. Torik, you're back. Are you interested in hearing my proposal? Are you trying to sell me something? I understand you're an associate of the Rodian Drix Kaliut. I'll be going now. Yeah, well, we don't have the previous options, and the previous options were... Are you Pondachtiba? And... you must be... I don't really remember. Remember, I'm thinking one says that... implies that you already know that this is in fact Pondachtiba, and the other is polite and asks first. Yeah, we're going with the non-metagaming, actually, line. Asking him if he knows about Pondachtiba. And we're going from there, so I guess either one, right? Either one will take you to him explaining the quest, only it's an opportunity for you to roleplay again, which is good, I'm not gonna admonish that. So, what I said. I've heard of your exploits. You've defeated Damon Drexel at his own game. Very impressive. And right outside of the fucking door here, yeah. I could have been watching, but I decided not to. I was already here as well, by the way. And it is why you have the potential to help us further. We are in great need of an individual such as yourself. Right, yeah, I don't really know if he was here from the start as soon as you install the mod, if he's standing here. I don't know that, but if he was, again, the crew of the Orion took their shore leaves and went all over the place, to Korriban, to Tatooine, and the guy on Korriban bothered strangers to go to Tatooine and deal with Damon Drexel instead of having the contact already there, trying to do something about this. Not smart, not good writing. I don't know. No. Bad. Yes. What do you want from me? As long as there's a reward involved, I'm happy to help. Probably, right? As long as there's a reward involved, I'm happy to help. Now that Damon Drexel is out of the picture, we need to focus our efforts on moving the merchandise to a more secure location. The captain has decided on the Outer Rim's Arroyo system. The Orion's voyage to Arroyo will be a long one, and for the duration we will be completely vulnerable to an attack. We need you, a proven warrior, to lend us your skills should an enemy seize the opportunity and attack us. I guess the merchandise are the boxes right behind him, because that would make sense, but also that would not make sense, because like I said, he's already here with the merchandise and trying to find someone to tell Damon Drexel also here that he won't be getting any merchandise. So, probably not. The crates were probably already there, and they're a part of the bar. Why not just hire a mercenary? I will help you come, let us depart to the Orion, yeah. Why not just hire a mercenary? Also, why are you paying me after instead of before? You're also hiring me as a mercenary. You might trust me because I dealt with Damon Drexel, but I don't trust you to stick to your money obligation here. Like, I don't trust that you swear to pay me later. I want to be hired right now and be paid. We need someone who we can completely trust. We talked once. Your encounter with Damon Drexel has earned you that trust. Yeah, again, it was just one job. You're jumping to conclusions. People jumping to conclusions, man. Let me tell you. I won't tell you, actually. That's private, but... Seriously. What if you had a gun? You know? I will help you. Come, let us depart to the Orion. Where's the Orion parked again? Over Tatooine after all? Is Drix Kaliut gonna join us on his own shuttle? From Korriban? You wish to accompany me to the Orion now? The route we are taking avoids all Republican Sith checkpoints, so the voyage will be a long one. If it avoids all the checkpoints, then how will anyone spot us and make that any more dangerous? Yes, let us depart. Then come, we'll board the Orion. But your companions will have to remain here and await your return. I'm guessing here, I didn't catch it. Silver Edge 9 presents. Late credit, interesting as well. Oh yeah, and also these cinematics are still in low quality, because they're not original games, so nobody bothered to upscale them. Brotherhood of Shadow. You awaken on the trader ship Orion. You stretch out through the force and sense the presence of life. Though you feel something isn't quite right, a strange disturbance echoes through the Orion's corridors. You sense somebody approaching. Torik, I'm relieved you decided to accept our proposal. Welcome to the Orion. It was my pleasure. Helping you isn't what interests me, Rodian. I'm here only for my personal gain. Again, as usual, you should not just show your hand right away as well. That's one thing. Second, you might have noticed already the geometry seems similar. Also, you're starting in certain let me think, starboard, I think, dormitory or crew cabins, just like you started the game. It's kind of blue as well, but that was white and red. It's more like light blue and dark blue, or white, cold white, so light blue. One thing, you could see piles of plates of parts of the ship strewn around, because, you know, again, this mod uses a lot of reuses a lot of locations, only retextures them, and maybe it's not that bad when you're on a budget one, and second, when you can retexture them, so that's a little bit new and fresh as well, but it's very noticeable. You know what's been done. And I don't know, maybe you actually should have done some effort to make new places, because it was always very obvious, and maybe I've thrown you off, or more like led you into it, to this conclusion right now, but every time we'll be somewhere, you'll see the places are very recognizable. So yeah, we're lying. It was my pleasure. I'm sure you have found your quarters adequate for what has already been a long journey. For the moment it seems luck is on our side. The exchange is nowhere to be found. I have some questions. I'll be going now. Yeah, well, we're gonna have some questions. And I'm gonna have... I have some questions. I'm sure you do, but I am not the one to answer them. Speak with the captain. He'll answer any questions you have, yes? This line is kind of, how would I call it? Misplaced. Not very adequate to the whole situation. I'll be going now. No thanks. I'll see myself around, something like that. I'll be going now. He came to you, and you had a quarters to just live in. I'll be going now. To bed, I guess. Very well. I will be on the bridge with the captain. You should speak with him. And there he goes. Now, our journal is updated. And I'm gonna have a save. And we'll see if we'll have a walk around here as well. Hopefully you saw the saving screen, which is custom for this section, for this module. That would be a good phrase for the situation. Yeah, it's interesting that they did that, but also didn't change anything else really. Oh yeah, well, they removed all the sparking bits for where the ship is broken. So it's just in disrepair and neglected, and maybe just a little bit messy, but not under war really. So look, yeah, sparks, right? This corridor, this is exactly like on the Indaspire. So oh yeah, also the Orion somehow is a Hammerhead frigate, which is not a trade ship, it's a warship. And how did they get it? Hard to say. There will be a possibility to ask that question, but they'll have some excuse one way or another. So, utility droid. I see. Duros, mechanic. Why are you interrupting me? What do you want? Sorry, I'm just looking around. Cool the attitude, my friend. I'm not looking for a fight. I've killed people for less, mechanic. Don't tempt me. Right? I mean, we're not playing a light side, dude. I've killed people for less, mechanic. Don't tempt me. Save the threats. I don't have the time. Right, I'll get right to the murder then. What are you doing? What does it look like? I'm trying to fix this rust bucket of a ship. The Orion has loose screws, malfunctioning droids, shoddy steam vents. Steam vents? What is this fucking steampunk shit? And even collapsed ceilings. Well, do you really get to call things ceilings on a ship? Maybe. I've got a constant headache and a massive head as well, so it must be as massive as that. It must be a difficult job. The Orion would be a better ship if it had a better mechanic. Wouldn't you agree? Obviously, we're insulting him again. I am, because that amuses me. The Orion would be a better ship if it had a better mechanic, wouldn't you agree? If it wasn't for me, the ship would have been lost to the scrap heap years ago. This is one of the Republic's Hammerhead class cruisers, is it not? How did a group of traders manage to acquire it? Yeah, well, that came up faster than I thought. We're going with that, of course. I'm not here to answer your questions. Go bother the captain with them. Where can I find the captain? Where a captain would usually be found. The bridge. Also, the Duros would not be smashing his fist against the desk. There isn't a desk here. Maybe against the bucket? Rust bucket. Which is to say the droid right next to him. But then well, let's go with that. Maybe he leaned specifically to slam it with his fist. It's not like it wouldn't help fixing it, right? I'll be going now. Then be quick about it. I don't know, man. This dude immediately looks agitated. Not even needed to read his lines. Pretty dark over there, huh? Are you sure we don't have a fucking hull breach? Shit. Cylinders. Not pickable. Oh yeah, also, you can't bring beep, 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 whoop. Oh, great shot, guys. I mean, if you had stopped just a moment earlier, we would have had a better shot. Huh? Weep, whoop, beep, beep, whoop. What? This might seem humorous because this is what we can read, but our character actually speaks binary or droid. We already talked in regular terms, more or less, with T3 and 4, so I don't see why is this an issue right now. So like I said, what? Beep, beep, beep. And it's not like you've got a choice. Kick. Stupid droid. Well, fuck. You idiot! Look what you've done! I didn't anticipate the droid would explode so easily. Move out of my way, I don't have time to deal with this. We can pretty much treat him to the same thing he gave out. I mean, we can give him shit as well. That's what I'm trying to say, right? And the taste of his own medicine is the phrase that I was looking for. Second, we didn't have the choice not to kick it. That's kind of railroady from the developers of the mod. Kind of ass on their point. So, didn't expect it will explode so easily. We're going with 2. Move out of my way, I don't have time to deal with this. This has to be the worst few months of my life. First the captain leaves, now one of my last remaining astromech droids has just exploded. The captain that left? You mean Damon Drexel? You destroyed my droid then expect me to respond to your questions. That isn't how carking works. I'll be going now. I'll be going. Just don't touch anything anywhere, Murglak. Right, and we can't interact with the console. Oh, he'll interact with the console. Can we talk to him again? You again? Can't you see I'm busy enough? Sorry, I'm just looking around. Cool the attitude. We've been over this. I'll be going. Right, so a little bit of a taste of the Orion, its crew, and the modules we are taking on a gander across. I'll go with that. Yeah, we don't have access to our party. One of the reasons, well, let's not get into spoilers territory. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully we'll see each other in something I play for you for free. In the meantime, interact with the videos and the channel. Share, subscribe, and if you don't like the content, it's entirely your fault.